Ever wondered why people avoid walking under ladders or fear the number 13? These are just a couple of examples of the myriad of superstitions that have been deeply embedded in human culture for centuries. Superstitions, as quirky and diverse as they may be, are fascinating windows into our collective psyche, reflecting our beliefs, fears, and hopes. They shape our behaviors, rituals, and even our understanding of the world around us. From the Western belief of bad luck following the breaking of a mirror to the global reverence and fear of black cats, these superstitions are as diverse as the cultures they spring from. They tell a story of humanity's quest for meaning and control in a world full of uncertainties. So let's embark on an intriguing journey, exploring 10 of these superstitions from various cultures around the world. Join us as we delve into these curious beliefs that continue to captivate and bewilder us to this day. Ever heard that breaking a mirror brings 7 years of bad luck? A fascinating belief, isn't it? This superstition, prevalent in Western cultures, has a history that takes us back to the ancient world. It was believed that mirrors didn't just reflect your image, they held pieces of your soul. Imagine that. Every glimpse into a mirror was a glance into your very essence. So, naturally, shattering a mirror was more than just a careless act. It was seen as causing harm to one's soul. But why 7 years, you ask? It's said to trace back to the Roman times, where they believed that life renewed itself every 7 years. So the damage to your soul, caused by breaking a mirror, was thought to last until your life renewed itself. A full 7 years. Quite a price to pay for a moment's mishap. Next time you handle a mirror, remember, treat it with care. Is a black cat crossing your path an omen of bad luck or good fortune? Well, if you're from the West, you might instinctively hold your breath, hoping to dodge a spell of misfortune. This superstition, deeply entrenched in Western folklore, paints black cats as harbingers of doom. But let's take a moment to appreciate how beliefs can contrast across cultures. In ancient Egypt, for instance, black cats were held in high esteem, seen as symbols of good fortune. They were so revered that harming one, even accidentally, could lead to severe punishment. And in Scotland, a strange black cat arriving at your home signifies prosperity on the horizon. Similarly, in Japanese lore, black cats are considered good luck charms, especially for single women, as they're believed to draw in potential suitors. So, it seems the humble black cat carries a lot of cultural weight. Why does Friday the 13th send shivers down some people's spines? Well, it's an intriguing blend of religion, numerology, and culture. This superstition is prevalent globally, with many considering Friday the 13th an unlucky day. The roots of this belief are embedded in Christian tradition. Friday is associated with the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, making it a day of sorrow and pain. Now couple that with the number 13. In many cultures, 13 is seen as an ominous number. For instance, at a dinner table, having 13 guests is considered a bad omen, harking back to the Last Supper where Jesus dined with his 12 disciples, making it a party of 13. This superstition has woven itself into the fabric of society, influencing behaviors and even architecture. You'll often find buildings skipping the 13th floor. The next time Friday the 13th rolls around, remember, it's just another day. Ever knocked on wood after making a hopeful statement? This common gesture of rapping knuckles against a wooden surface is not just a quirk. It's a superstition that's deeply rooted in Western cultures. The practice of knocking on wood, also known as touching wood, is believed to bring good luck or ward off bad fortune. But where did this peculiar custom come from? The origins aren't crystal clear, but one widely accepted theory traces it back to ancient pagan beliefs. In these early societies, trees were revered as they were thought to house protective spirits. When in need of a favor or warding off evil, these pagans would touch the tree, knocking on it to ensure the spirits were listening. Over time, this evolved into the modern-day practice of knocking on wood. So the next time you knock on wood, remember the ancient spirits. You're partaking in a tradition that spans centuries, connecting us with our ancestors and their beliefs. Ever been told not to open an umbrella indoors? It's a common superstition found globally, steeped in a blend of myth and practicality. Let's unravel this belief. The superstition dates back to an era when umbrellas were used not just to shield against rain, but also to provide shade from the sun. In ancient Egypt, sacred ceremonies often involved the use of umbrellas, and opening one indoors was considered an affront to the sun god Ra. However, the more pragmatic explanation is that opening an umbrella indoors could lead to accidents or damage to property. Picture this: in the tight confines of a Victorian-era home, the sudden bloom of a large, metal-spoked umbrella could knock over delicate objects, or worse, poke someone's eye out. So, was this superstition a clever ploy to avoid indoor mishaps? We may never know for sure. But one thing's certain, it's probably safer and less chaotic to keep those umbrellas folded until you're out in the rain. Ever thought that a bird could predict your future? Throughout history, birds have held a special place in various cultures as omens or messengers. These feathered friends, or sometimes foes, can signal different outcomes depending on the culture. In some Asian cultures, a bird flying into a house is seen as a sign of impending doom. The belief is so strong that people may even vacate their homes after such an occurrence. On the flip side, in Western cultures, spotting certain birds like ravens or owls is often associated with impending misfortune. These birds of the night have been linked with dark omens and foreboding tales. But it's not all doom and gloom. In many cultures, birds are seen as good omens too. For instance, in Christian tradition, the dove is a symbol of peace and hope. So the next time a bird crosses your path, remember, it's not always a sign of bad luck. So not every bird that flies into your home is bringing bad news. Ever played your lucky number in a lottery? Well, it's no secret that numerology holds a fascinating place in superstitions globally. For many, certain numbers carry luck, prosperity, or even a sense of spiritual connection. In Western cultures, for instance, the number 7 often gets the lucky title. It's seen as a powerful and positive digit linked to God's creation of the world in 7 days, the 7 wonders of the world, and even the 7 colors of a rainbow. Over in the East, Chinese culture has an affinity for the number 8. It's considered auspicious, a bringer of wealth and prosperity. Why, you ask? Well, it's all about the sound. The pronunciation of 8 in Mandarin is similar to the word for wealth or fortune. So whether it's 7 or 8 or any other number, these lucky digits are more than just mathematical symbols. They're cultural icons, carrying meaning and tradition across generations. So lucky numbers are more than just digits, they're cultural symbols. Ever worn a talisman to ward off the evil eye? If you've dabbled in Mediterranean cultures, you might be familiar with this age-old superstition. The evil eye is believed to be a malevolent glare, capable of causing harm or misfortune to those on the receiving end. It's not just about a nasty glare from a rival or a spiteful neighbor, though. Some believe that even a look of admiration or envy can inadvertently cast the evil eye. To protect against this potential harm, talismans or amulets, often bearing the symbol of an eye, are commonly used. These talismans, like the Hamza hand or the blue evil eye charm, are thought to reflect the evil gaze back to the sender. They're seen on doorways, cars, jewelry, and even incorporated in fashion. So the next time you see an evil eye charm, remember it's a protective shield. Why do we say bless you after someone sneezes? This common phrase is steeped in superstition and varies across cultures. In the West, it's believed this tradition started during the plague when a sneeze was a potential sign of impending illness. Saying bless you was a prayer for good health. But not all cultures see sneezing as a bad omen. In parts of Asia, a sneeze could be considered a sign of good fortune. In Japan, for instance, a sneeze could mean someone is talking about you. And in China, a sneeze might suggest someone is missing you. Meanwhile, in some African cultures, sneezing could be interpreted as a sign from the ancestors, a spiritual message to be deciphered. From blessings to good fortune to spiritual messages, the humble sneeze carries weight in superstitions around the globe. So, the next time you sneeze, remember it can mean more than just a tickle in your nose. Ever carried a lucky charm for good fortune? Throughout history, people across the globe have turned to tangible symbols in their quest for good luck and protection against harm. These objects, known as lucky charms or amulets, have been deeply ingrained in our cultures and traditions. Take the four-leaf clover, for instance. In Irish folklore, finding one is considered a stroke of incredible luck due to their rarity. Then, there's the horseshoe, a popular talisman in Western cultures, believed to ward off evil and bring good fortune, especially when hung with the ends pointing upwards. In Asian cultures, the beckoning cat, or maneki neko, is often displayed in shops and businesses to attract wealth and prosperity. And let's not forget the Hamza hand, a symbol from the Middle East and North Africa, believed to offer protection against the evil eye. So it's not just about luck, it's about belief and the power of symbols. So, what do these superstitions tell us about ourselves? Quite a lot, as it turns out. They are a testament to our shared heritage, an echo of our collective fears and hopes, and a reflection of our endless pursuit of meaning. From the mirror-shattering dread in the West to the revered black cats of ancient Egypt, our superstitions reveal our attempts to influence fate and ward off misfortune. Friday the 13th, knocking on wood, indoor umbrellas, bird omens, lucky numbers. These beliefs, though varied, all speak to our desire to grasp the intangible, to make sense of the world around us. The evil eye, sneezing superstitions, lucky charms, and amulets serve as a testament to our enduring belief in the power of symbols and rituals. Superstitions, in all their diversity, continue to shape our behaviors and connect past traditions with our present experiences. Remember, superstitions are a fascinating window into our shared heritage, fears, hopes, and quest for meaning.